I'm Emily the Weekend Mystic, and as promised, I've brought out a tray of some of the stones that I use regularly in my mala meditation beads, and I thought I would go through them and just give you a little primer on how I use them. These obviously are not beads, but these are really great mineral specimens to help you look at the stones in their raw or polished form, anything other than bead form. So let's get to it. Okay, so whenever I'm making a mala, I like to start with a scented wood of some kind because scents are a really nice offering to give to the spirits. We can't offer them food or liquor for them to ingest, so we give them scents because that can the point is that can kind of cross dimensions, which is kind of beautiful. So I try and put something scented into every mala that I make. And cedar is a really good choice. It's very inexpensive, but a really aromatic wood. And then sandalwood's another choice. You can make your own beads with Palo Santo sticks. There's endless options. There's so many aromatic woods to choose from. So I like to start with those. Beyond that, crystals all have personalities. They have like base personalities. I like to think of crystals like dog breeds, which sounds super silly, but if you think about it, dog breeds have breed standards, and then each animal itself has its own personality. So if you look at a stone like amethyst, it's a form of quartz. It's a purple form of quartz. Most of the amethyst that we get at gem stores is out of Brazil, and it's a stone of love and friendship. And amethyst comes in all these beautiful colors. Here's raspberry amethyst. This amethyst, being from the Great Lakes, has more iron in it, so it comes out more reddish looking. And then you've got like this pale amethyst, and you can have dark, almost blackish blue amethyst. There's all different colors that can come in. And then we're gonna move on to its sister stone, which is citrine. This is a natural yellow citrine. It is also a form of quartz. And the colors of the crystals have a lot to do with what environment they're formed in and what other elements were around when it was forming. So the reason I say this is a sister to amethyst is dark citrine, like this, used to be amethyst. When amethyst is superheated, it turns into a citrine, like this. So natural citrine looks like this. It came out of the earth like this. Citrine that was amethyst that's been heat treated looks like this. It's super dark if you can see the comparison there. So that's that. Now we get into more quartz. I love quartz so much. Quartz forms in many different ways. It can be in clusters like this. It can be tiny crystals that grow on a larger crystal. That's called celestial quartz, and each type of formation has its own history as to how it formed, and that has a lot to do with how that stone's going to resonate for you if you end up using it. And these work great as beautiful pendants. You can set them in pewter or whatever. They make great pendants. Then we've got this other kind of quartz right here. This is a cut quartz. It is naturally occurring, but it didn't grow in a point like this. So what makes it a phantom is it's got other crystals inside of it that grew. So you can see there are 3 layers here. This one is probably a fuchsite inclusion. That makes it green. This one has red in it, so it probably has, it'll either have iron or lithium that can color it red. This looks like lithium because it's a slightly more livid red, but phantoms can be any color. There can be like a smoky quartz on the inside and then clear on the outside, and they're so cool. And phantoms kind of have a dual personality. They have the magnifying clear quartz on the outside and then whatever property the original crystal was on the inside. So super into phantoms. They are probably my second favorite after betas. This is tiger eye. This is a red tiger eye. I don't have really nice tumbled specimens of regular tiger eye, which is a golden color. It's formed, it's a metamorphic rock. It has layers that are kind of set at different angles so that when you polish the stone, it refracts in a way that's kind of like a cat's eye. And tiger eye has a lot of iron in it, so it's good for strength and protection. If you remember Practical Magic, Nicole Kidman really needed her tiger eye because blood was on the moon and, you know, shit. Anyway, think of that. It's really good for protection because it has a lot of iron in it. Let's see, this guy is Howlite. This is its natural white, beautiful, happy color. Howlite is a stone of happiness. It's also a very absorbent stone to your intention. So if you want to program it, you hear people talking about programming crystals. I think Howlite programs really well. So if you're interested in programming your stones, you can do a ritual, full moon ritual or new moon ritual. It's up to you. I'm not going to tell you how to do your spell work, but I love Howlite for setting my intentions and talking to it. I feel like it's a really receptive, friendly stone. Some things to look out for. Oftentimes Howlite is dyed a turquoise color and it's sold as turquoise, but it's a very, very inexpensive stone. If the price looks too good to be true, it probably is. But Howlite is a really versatile stone because it takes color really well, so a lot of manufacturers will dye it, you know, in those really bright, kind of garish colors. But if you really like bright Mardi Gras, happy parade type colors, you'll love Howlite because it can come in any color you want and it takes on whatever intention you want. It's such a friendly stone. Kyanite is used in a lot of pendants. It's expensive in round bead form because it is such a fractious, fragile stone. This one has been tumbled. Mostly you'll find it in long, untumbled sticks. It fractures, its cleavage is long and very lean. And it's such a fragile stone, so you're gonna pay top dollar for kyanite beads. Blue kyanite is excellent for attunement. If you're trying to channel or you're trying to meditate, kyanite's an excellent stone to help you focus and bring all of your chakras in order. It can unblock your chakras. It's really great for working with higher beings and clearing the way, and tuning in. Here is my all-time favorite stone for jewelry. This is Labradorite. Like tiger eye, it's a feldspar. It's a metamorphic thing that's formed in layers, and when you cut it just right and polish it just right, it makes this beautiful iridescent gleam that is really, really eye-catching. To me, it's like looking at a dark, stormy night with lightning behind thunderclouds. This is a Labradorite that is unpolished. This is how it literally just like fragments like this out of the ground. And it's got flash, but you should lick your stones. It's that's what real rock hounds do. Just make sure that you know what's poisonous and what isn't. I happen to know that this is not poisonous. It also comes in like more rainbow colors. That's called spectralite, and that comes from different areas, and I believe it's treated, though it may not always be treated. But when it's just this green and blue, this is the real deal. This is the stuff that you want, and it is so beautiful, and it is used to work with your intuition, develop your intuition, and to work with the spirits, and to help you manifest your psychic abilities. So this is just my all-time favorite stone to wear. If you can hear that, my partner is snoring quite loudly. And the sad part is it's just not that late in the day on a Saturday, so damn it. Next stone that we have is lepidolite or lepidolite. Lepidolite is a really wonderful stone for conquering old patterns that you have, old thought patterns, depression, anxiety. It's a stone that's associated heavily with mental illness and transformation. And you can work with this at all levels. It is You can't beat it for healing old traumas within yourself and changing the patterns of how you react to triggers based on old traumas. So lepidolite is really good for that. I think that's all I got in this tray. Talk to your crystals, get to know them. If you thought this video was cool, give it a like. Please give it a like, because like I'm just throwing this out there into the universe and hoping someone watches it. And if you're into it, totally shoot me a like or a comment. If you're not into it, you can give me a thumbs down. I don't care. I'll take the engagement. I'm not proud. Like, tell me you hate me. In the end, whenever you're creating a mala, it should be full of whatever intent you're looking to infuse that mala with. So crystal choice is always up to you. And if you feel like a crystal is telling you something different than what the breed standard is for that crystal, that's totally okay. That's what crystals do. They're creatures, basically. They're beings just like us, and we're lucky enough to have fragments of these beings right here. They're all fragments of a larger formation, and if you're really into metaphysical shit like I am, we are too. So we're all fragments of the stars, right? So I hope that this was informative. If you want me to make more, I have so many more rocks. Let me know what you want to know about. I love them all, and it would be super cool to hear what kind of rocks you're interested, minerals and crystals you're interested in using in your mala. Okay. It's like he's doing this on purpose. It's so lame. It's like 8 o'clock on Saturday.